Oh, what is good, YouTube? Blazeshadowthorn here, back again with another Wi-Fi battle. This one is against Matthew. It was in my stream. I'm not 100% sure if he has a YouTube channel or not because, like, I don't write this stuff down ever. So, if you're watching this and you have a YouTube channel, be sure to comment that down below, and I will add you to the channel link below, and I'll probably change the title of it. But looking at this is a pretty fun match because it is a mono match. We both actually, funny enough, decided to run Mono Steel. It was an Ubers Mono Steel, which is why we both have a Genesect on our team, and he has the obviously obvious Mega Lucario, because this was taken, now Genesect's banned and Mega Lucario's banned, so, this was taken after the ban. But looking at my team, I have the standard defensive Skarmory that I'm going to be leading off with. I have a Mega Scizor. I have a Scarfed Heatran because I love using Scarfed Heatran. It's one of my favorite sets to run. I have a Expert Belt Genesect, a Leftovers, Zero Speed, Brave, Aegislash, which I never actually used that before. I was like running the subset, and then I have a specially defensive Jirachi. So I'll just see how well it does. Looking at his team, it looks fairly standard, so I'm pretty sure I can handle most of what he deals with. So he's going to lead off with the Genesect as I lead off with my Skarmory. I want to get my rocks up first turn just because a little bit of chip damage, break any sashes he has. What I should have done though is I should have went straight for the spikes. What I should have done was went straight for a layer of spikes, but I wasn't thinking, and I went straight for a layer of Stealth Rocks, which might seem like not a bad play, but right here, since he went for Thunderbolt, I'm pretty sure it's Genesect Scarf, because mostly Genesects are Scarfed, which means when I switch out to my specially defensive Jirachi to take the next Thunderbolt very well, my Jirachi actually carries Stealth Rocks, so it was a bit of a mistake to go with Stealth Rocks with my Skarmory. What I should have done was gotten up a layer of Spikes, and then gotten up my Stealth Rocks with Jirachi, but I didn't do that, so that was a bit of a misplay. So right here, he doesn't want to take a obviously obvious Thunder Wave, so he's going to go out into his Excadrill to take that. Very, very predictable move. So I probably shouldn't have done that, but again, I wasn't thinking too well. So right here, he actually makes a pretty cool play. He decides to switch out, goes into his Bisharp, as I double back out into my Skarmory, I believe, because I didn't want to take an Earthquake, and I figured Skarmory is just about dead anyways. I could use it as death fodder. See what he wants to do. So right here I go for a Roost, because I'm thinking to myself, this Bisharp's either going to A, Swords Dance, B, Sucker Punch, or C, Sub. And it turns out to do D, which is Knockoff, which I honestly did not see that coming. So unfortunately, I do lose my Skarmory, but it was at a point where it was death fodder anyways. So right now I'm going to go into my my Scarfed Heatran now, because I figured now's the perfect opportunity to go into my Scarfed Heatran and just start wrecking stuff up with Fire Blast. So, I'm going to go straight for that Fire Blast, knock out that Bisharp, which Bisharp could have been a huge threat if I let it set up, and because, Bisharp at +2 can Sucker Punch everything on the team. It's easy KO. Now he brings in the Scarfed Excadrill. I take a risk here staying in and going for the Fire Blast, because that Excadrill very well could have been Scarfed. And if it had been Scarfed, that would have been very detrimental. But fortunately for me, it was not Scarfed, and I am able to knock it out. He later told me that it was Assault Vest, which, I really didn't think. I don't know. Assault Vest Excadrill, it could work. It could not, but it wasn't able to take the Fire Blast. So right now I know Scald's basically coming my way, so I'm going to switch out, go to my Jirachi to take the Scald. As it does go for the Scald, it's fairly obvious, but make a defensive pivot into my specially defensive wall, which is my Jirachi. Again, Jirachi is one of those Pokemon where even with the nerf in Steel, and now it's being super effective to Dark and Ghost, it still is an annoying Pokemon to deal with. It is incredibly bulky, and it can paraflinch you to death and stuff like that. It is just something you just don't want to deal with. So I go for a Wish as he goes for another Scald. He does score the Burn right there. Burn doesn't really matter. In fact, it helps me a lot because I really don't want to keep this Jirachi around for much longer, because my only attacking move is Iron Head, and even though I could Wish Stall, it would just make for a really boring game, and I don't like boring games. So right here, I decided to switch out, go into my Genesect, and the reason why I want to go into my Genesect is because then I can get some offensive pressure on the Empoleon. So what I figured right here was going to happen is he's going to go for another Scald, and then I can get the Wish recovery back from the Jirachi Wish, get back up to HP, and if he birds me, oh well. But he actually decides to set up his Stealth Rocks, I guess predicting me to have Protect as well. So right here, he's going to switch out. He's going to go out and do his Metagross, I guess, to take the Thunderbolt or Energy Ball, whichever one I wanted to go for. I do opt to go for Energy Ball since I don't carry Thunderbolt on this set. So that does do respectable damage because I did get the special attack buff. And right here I decided there's no real need to like keep the bluff anymore. Just going to go straight for the Flamethrower and knock out the Metagross. Because Metagross, if it sets up an agility, it could very well sweep my team with Earthquake, which I didn't want that to happen. So I really didn't need it anymore. So right here he's going to bring in his own Genesect. And he's going to get the attack buff. And right here, what I should have done was stayed in, went for the Flamethrower, predicting him to over-predict. But I do make the safe switch out into my Heatran, as he does make the safe play and go for the U-turn, the better play in my opinion, even though, like, I don't know, I should have stayed in, just see, but I just wanted to make the safe play. So, you know, it could have been a misplay, it could not have been, but either way, he makes a good prediction, knows I won't stay in to take the Scarfed Flamethrower, and he decides to switch out going to his Lucario. And obviously it's a Mega Lucario, so I decided to stay in because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know that I'm Scarfed, or he probably does know that I'm Scarfed, but anyway, I know from a prior calc I can take a Vacuum Wave. If he wants to go for an Aura Sphere, I'm pretty sure I know I outspeed him because I'm Scarfed. So I am able to take the Vacuum Wave, which is pretty awesome, and able to knock out the Mega Lucario with the Fire Blast, which is why you run Scarfed Heatran, because Scarfed Heatran wrecks things and destroys lives, and it makes everything happy. So what's going to happen now is Empoleon's going to come back in, but I'm going to switch out because I want to save my Heatran for later, because I'm thinking at the range of HP that I'm at, I can live another Stealth Rock entry, absorb the next Flamethrower if I need to, and win the game from there. So basically what's going to happen is he's going to go for another Scald. That's going to do quite a bit of damage onto my Jirachi. But unfortunately, because Jirachi is so incredibly bulky, it is not going to die. It's the lore about Ubers, because this is Ubers, because we're all using Genesects. Nothing dies. So I'm going to go for an Iron Head. I'm just kill me off. I'm just trying to do a little bit of damage. And never guess what? I score the flinch. The one time I don't want to get the flinch. I just want to get a little bit of damage off. I can score the flinch. And of course, with the Leftovers recovery, I'm going to barely be able to live the burn damage on like 6 HP, I think. 6 HP, yeah, there you go. So right here, I really don't want this Jirachi to live anymore. I just want to clean switch into my Genesect, so I'm going to go for a layer of Stealth Rocks, even though I already have my Stealth Rocks up on the field. Just kill off the Jirachi. I could have went for a Wish, I suppose, and try and Wish Past into my Heatran, but I really didn't feel like it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my Aegislash. Right here, I'm hoping that I don't get burned. And I don't get burned, which is great, which means now I can go for the stance change, go for that Sacred Sword. I am actually max attack, brave, max HP, so that does pretty good damage considering it's unstab, all that fun stuff. But then again, it is from a Blade form Aegislash. Blade form Aegislash is pretty strong. So right here, I do make a bit of a misplay in the sense that I don't go for King Shield right here. I probably should have and taken a lot less damage. But I am actually able to take the Scald, which I didn't think I would be able to, and go for the Sacred Sword, knock out the Empoleon, which is great. I do score a critical hit there. Crit. The only reason the crit would have mattered is if I would have gotten minimum damage, and then I still could have went for a Shadow Sneak and knocked it out, so really a crit didn't matter. So now he's going to send out his Genesect. I really have no better play than to just go straight now for the Shadow Sneak, trying to get as much damage as I possibly can off, because I'm pretty sure that Genesect's hasty, because most Genesects are hasty, just because of the movie Genesect was hasty and all that fun stuff. And it does do significant damage, which, I'm pretty happy with that damage roll. I know I'm not going to be able to take this Flamethrower, because obviously I'm in Blade form, my defenses suck, and I'm at a lower amount of HP, so even if I would have went for King Shield, it would have just wasted a turn anyways. I don't like people King Shielding when obviously they're going to die. So I'm going to bring in my Genesect, and I'm just really trying to see if he's Scarfed or not, because even though if he isn't Scarfed, it would still be a speed tie, and he still could potentially not be Scarfed. If he won, I'm pretty sure he's Scarfed, and he just goes straight for the Flamethrower, so I'm pretty sure he is Scarfed. So right here, I'm going to go into my Heatran, because I'm thinking it's GG, because I can bring in Heatran, live the Stealth Rock entry, go for a Fire Blast, and win the game. But I don't live the Stealth Rock entry. I actually go down to the Stealth Rocks, which means it all comes down to this. If my Technician boosted Bullet Punch from an Adamant 252 Mega Scizor can knock out this Genesect at the range of HP that it's at, I win the game. If not, he can Flamethrower me and win. So it all comes down to the moment of truth. Can my Bullet Punch KO from that range? It goes down, 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 and unfortunately, I don't know if it was min-max damage or what, but unfortunately I am not able to knock out the Genesect. It comes pretty close, but that does leave him with the very narrow 1-0 victory over me. So I hope you enjoyed this Ubers Mono Steel vs. Steel. I certainly enjoy that. I like mono battles a lot. I like playing monos, so that's pretty fun. So, as always, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, a comment, subscription if you haven't already. If you like this, definitely go check out my streams. I try and stream at least once every weekend. Sometimes I skip a weekend depending on how much school I have to get done. But I will probably leave the Twitch. The Twitch link should be in my channel. And then if you follow me on Twitter, I always post the day of and probably like 45 minutes before. I always post that when I'm about to stream, so look out for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.